In this video, I'm going to show you how to set a time limit using Google Forms. This is something that I really wanted to do during the lockdown, as I find it really difficult setting a task such as a test, knowing that some students are at a disadvantage because they're obviously going to spend far more time than was intended for that particular test. So I did a bit of research, and this is how I'm going to help you out today. So I've just completed my assessment test that I want to only allocate an hour for this particular test. So I need to first of all click on the three buttons over here, which allows you and gives you access to far more options. The option we're going to use today is add-ons. So if you click on add-ons, you will come up with a number of different add-ons which can be included, and you will have to ask your network team to install these. I've already gone through that process, so I'm just going to show you how we're going to use this. As you can see, the add-on we're going to use today is called Formlimiter. So you simply need to click on this icon. As you can see, I've already installed it. You will just simply need to click on install and you're ready to go. Once you come back to the screen, you will have to go through the startup process and link that add-on with your email which you're using with your Google Classroom. Once that's ready, you should have this add-on icon over here, which just simply allows you to, every time you need to use it, just click on the icon. You can see that the add-on is already in here, and it's the Formlimiter. So sometimes this takes a while, so I'm just going to click on it again because the options I want didn't come up. So I'm just going to click on Formlimiter. I simply select Set Limit from the menu. Once you click on that, this window will appear over here, and this allows you to make the decisions that you would like to on how you'd like to use this form. You simply, for this particular test, I'd like to set a date and time. So the date I've decided to set for is going to be on Thursday the 4th. And I would like to give them an hour. So I have already told the class that I will be setting this test for an hour, and I would like to make sure that they finish, as our lesson starts at 2:20, this form will finish at 3:20. Just need to make sure it says PM, and there you go. So now I've actually set it so that the students will only have 1 hour. So I'm going to click on set, and as you can see, I've set the date. It is American date, so you'll have to be careful. So I've actually set it for the 4th of the 2nd, 21, and it's going to finish at 3:20. So now that's done. So I'm going to say set, and you can leave a message in here. So by default there is already a message there, and you can add a message of your own. So this one just simply says that if they exceed the time limit, then it will just close, and this is the message they will see. An email from owner when submissions are closed. So I'm going to save and enable. And now that test has got a limit on it. So now we're ready to go. So at this point you may well be asking, how is this test now been set for 1 hour? So what you do with the form limit is you actually set when you want the test to end. So the next part is to actually activate this and put it into the Google account. So I'm just going to create an assignment. So I'm going to call it my baseline test. I can spell. And I'm actually going to add my test. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to schedule the test. So I'm going to schedule the test for the 4th, and I'm actually going to add a time. So I'm going to add 2:20, and now you can see that once they open the test at that time, because that's the only time they'll be able to open this particular document, then they only have an hour in which to complete the test. So for the purpose of this video, I just wanted to demonstrate what happens once the time limit has been exceeded or students don't complete the task within the time allocated. So just for demonstration purposes, I've just set the time to 9 p.m. and I'm going to set this. I'm just going to leave this message as it is, and then I'm going to say save and enable. And that's ready to go. So I'm just going to go to send. I'm going to copy the link. I'm going to shorten the URL. See, I'm going to copy MP, and here we are. There's my baseline test, all ready to go. As you can see, we've just reached 9 o'clock, so I'm going to try and show you what happens next. I'm just going to say next, and it will tell me that this form is no longer accepting responses and has been set to automatically close by myself. And that's what will happen when the students go over the time limit. So I hope that this has been helpful.